Thank you so much for watching this short segment as I talk to you about the couples boot camp that I offer and I've developed, and it's entitled Let's Stay Together. Now, this couples boot camp, it's actually held virtually, and it's also a program that I offer face to face. The virtual program that I offer and the face to face, of course, those are group programs, and usually there's about 8 in attendance. And this is usually held, if it's a virtual program, I usually hold it 3 consecutive weeks on the same day, those 3 consecutive weeks. Now, if it's a face to face program, it's usually held about 4 hours. And so we don't get an opportunity to cover as much, but you still get some really helpful, we do explore some helpful topics, and you do get some skills that you can start practicing with at home. And so you may be asking yourself, Jill, if I attend whether the virtual or the face-to-face, what are some of the things that we talk about? And so one of the things I really like to explore with couples is saying yes forever, because it's really important that when you got together, you were really infatuated with each other, you were having a good time, everything was about giggle, and it was all about, when do I see my partner again? And so there's things that attracted you to one another. And then there's things that kept you together for a while. And I try to help you to kind of go back through that journey and of what those beginnings were like, so that some of those negative interactions that continue to happen, you've got that reference of resource to refer back to that would hopefully help you as you work through some of those skills that I'll be teaching you in the workshop. Now, listening to your heart is really important, because there's no perfect relationship. A lot of times people want to think that, and sometimes it's social media driven, or sometimes it may be what your family members are saying or your friends, as to what you should be doing in your relationship to make it better. And so you've got to remember that there's no perfect relationship, and that but relationships are a process that we all have to endeavor, just like in our life, it's a process as we journey through life. And so it's really important, that you hone in on and really be mindful to be present in those small steps of really developing the skills and the tools, and actually practicing those skills and tools to help your relationship to be as best as it can possibly be for that particular time, because again, there is no perfect relationship. So many people ask me, Jill, how really can I benefit from attending a group program such as a virtual workshop, or a face-to-face workshop that I do with couples. And so one of the things I first of all like to say is that one of the ways you'll see that you're not in this all alone, that there are couples, that do struggle with issues. And then I'd like for you to look at the, kind of look at the whole anatomy, what I would say, of the relationship, and just understand that everything is interconnected. So we don't just start out arguing. There's usually something that has caused that. And by attending these workshops, you'll see that how everything compounds on one another. So, and you'll see how every topic that is discussed is probably something you're dealing with. It may, in every situation is different, but within that topic, you can see how it applies. So it's really good. And the other thing, of course, is that it's not as costly, as attending one-on-one counseling or coaching sessions. And again, I would like to repeat that this, the virtual program, the intensive couples program that I do, or the face to face, they're coaching programs, they're not counseling programs. To learn more about these programs, I do invite you to visit my website and to call me if you've got any questions. And then I also encourage you to share this program and this information with some of your friends and family who you feel may benefit. Thank you.